My name is Michael.
My name's Anthony.
It's like about a half an inch longer.
You still gotta get those kegs.
Come at me, you old bitch.
That's damn sick.
That's the show, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to M&A's Excellent Adventures, where my name is Anthony.
And my name is Michael.
And we're going to tell you a story. You wouldn't believe who forgot their headphones today. It was Michael.
Find out
again.
at 6.
Again.
These are mine.
And I was
These
gracious
belong
enough to
me.
say, hey, you know what? You can have your own.
I don't think so, actually.
No, it was quite the opposite.
Yeah,
but
I think
said,
it was the opposite.
I can accept my mistakes.
The opposite, if you will.
Somebody can accept their mistakes a little better than the other, but that's another
me.
conversation for a different day.
I'm humbled. I'm the...
Honestly,
I would say like I am
your
the,
apple crumble is by far the most crumblest.
The symbol of humility.
But you act like it tastes bad out of humbleness.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's pretty great.
I'm probably the most humble person you've ever
That's so
met.
great. Michael, tell everybody, what are they getting into today on this show? What do we do on this show?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Because we haven't recorded. We've been on summer break, and we're back, baby! And by summer break, I mean the summer is over, and wedding season is breaking me.
I was about to say,
Is that what
by
you're gonna
summer break, I mean that it is summer, and we are both on the verge of emotional, mental, and physical breakdown.
Damage. I am edging in the worst way possible, bro. Because I'm on the edge of fucking breaking down, pal. I can't wait. This is like a big video journal for us.
Yeah.
A video diary.
We're both just about to
be looking
unload
back at this in 5
everything.
years. We're going to rewatch these and be like, bro, I don't know how the hell he was able to do that.
Yeah.
I am pulling longer hours than Tim Cook, it feels like. And that man wakes up at 3:30 a.m.
He's so busy, I don't even know who the fuck
crazy.
he is.
He's Apple's CEO, bitch.
Oh, that's why I don't
Represent.
know who he is. Yeah,
Represent my little stickies.
That's why I don't know. That's
Speaking of
why I
which,
don't
we have these awesome M&A's Excellent Adventure stickers. And I heard some talk that some people really want them. So if you really want some, just shoot us an email, Michael and Anthony Adventures at gmail.com. And we would love to figure out how to send them your way because they're really cute. And I made them myself and I'm very proud of them.
They are really nice.
Yeah, very nice
mine got
stickers.
rained on. And
Yeah,
so
it's
I
got
need a new
rained
one.
on. And so,
Because
I need to
ruined
get him a
it.
new one, but he can't afford it because they're kind of priceless.
Yeah, they are pretty priceless.
But anyways,
and
enough
I've got too
plugging.
much cash for that.
Enough plugging on this show, Michael, because it's been so long. Usually we just kind of jump into the story, but how are you doing, dude? How are you doing?
Despite falling to pieces over work, pretty good.
That's good.
That's
really good.
Things are happening. Lot of stuff going on up here. And once some external stresses settle, I'll be able to really get those out and about.
Yeah.
And it'll hit your airwaves.
And it'll shout. Well,
you make me wanna
tell a story. Tell a story. Tell a story. Tell a story. Hallelujah. Tell a story.
Tell me a story. There you go. That was good shit.
That was really good. Really, really good. See, we're a fun improv podcast here, and so we love to tell stories. I know what the premise is going to be, but Michael, wee little lad, he has no clue what I got in store for him.
Anything, dude.
And he also doesn't know the story.
I don't know the story or other things
at all.
I'm
and that
lost.
leads pretty great into our story for this week because every other week, we rotate. And so I come up with some story premises. He comes up with some. And sometimes people who are watching the show, they'll just write us in and say, I would love this for a story premise at michaelandanthonyadventures@gmail.com.
And sometimes
we'll just darn right do them.
We'll do them.
And they're pretty good.
We'll do the fucking
They're really
thing.
fun.
And sometimes we'll have people comment things like, how is the desert a good place for a fucking audience or some shit or theater thing. I don't remember what the person said.
What are you talking about?
Well, in one of our episodes, we were singing in the desert, and I mentioned it was the best place for a performer. And
it is the best place for a performer.
How is that?
I forgot about that.
And I said something like, it's got sand.
It's been so long since we... Well, I'm sure it's soundproofed out there.
Well, yeah, like it probably sounds great.
Yeah, really great.
Like when they were singing in Aladdin, that sounded really good.
Bro. So anyways, I like to say hello to our fabulous listeners from around the world. Thank you very much for tuning in this episode, Michael. I think they're scrambling, saying like they're grabbing their pens, their notebooks, because they're going to take notes on what convoluted story we're going to do this week. But, they're like, oh shit, I forgot my pen. And then they go, oh, wait a minute, I can't write in ink because I might make a mistake. So they grab their pencil, but they're out of pencil lead, so they run to the Walmart, and then Walmart doesn't carry 0.5, they just carry 0.7, and then they get upset. But then they go, oh, wait a minute. It's 2022. I'll just type everything. And they type us at michaelandanthonyadventures@gmail.com. Please, for the love of God, tell me a story. And that's how it's done, folks. So let's tell them a story, Michael.
That was really good.
Starting off, your character's name is Benny Armstrong.
Because my arms are strong, but I'm not going to flex.
Not so much.
I don't want to make you guys
brain's
jealous.
Strong.
Maybe
I don't know.
Brain's strong.
You got great brains. But, Benny, you are a really mid student, but you love outer space.
That is true.
You're just a space kid,
sure.
all the way. You love space. You're obsessed with it. Thinking about going to space camp and stuff like that. You just love space, but you just don't take academics that seriously because you think you know it all.
You might say I like to reach for the stars with my head in the clouds.
Oh, I'm really excited to see where this goes then. So, you are giving a presentation for your final grade in science class, and you relied on your partner a bit too much.
Okay.
So, it's a group project. They pair you up. It's just pairs of two.
Sure.
And you just kind of let your group partner do most of the work.
Well, I'm not going to get in the way of someone wanting to do work.
And see, that's really cool and all.
Yeah.
But you got to at least know the content a little bit.
But that's,
that was what I got sucked into. I was the partner that did the work.
I'm only going to pull what is left behind so that everything makes it there.
Gotcha.
Because if we're both doing 50-50, maybe I'm doing too much and I'm exhausted by the time we cross the finish line, and they were like, that was really easy, and they don't feel fulfilled.
That's
so
true.
If they're giving it their all, and then they feel fulfilled by the end of it, and I'm doing just enough to get us across that, I'm feeling good just because we made it there.
Well, that's pretty good. Okay, sounds good. Well, it sounds like you fit the profile pretty well, man.
There we go.
In that case, finally, you need to pass this class to go to space camp.
All right.
So you're really, really stuck on this class. Well. Okay, so that's Benny Armstrong for you.
Benny is gonna suck.
Well, I don't know. It's your character. You can do whatever the hell you want. But my character, my name is Yucca Appleby.
Yucca Appleby. You did this one to yourself.
I figured Michael always gives me stupid names. I just gotta embrace it. So I'm Yucca Appleby.
I didn't make up Yucca.
There's gonna be Yucca Sycamore, but I thought that was a bit too much. So Yucca Appleby is a little better. But I'm the kind of student, I like to play devil's advocate in class. I like to throw out these controversial opinions. Just because it's kind of entertaining to just, entertain those fun ideas of, being awful at everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the worst takes possible.
Yeah, that is what that person does and is
I like to play devil's advocate a little bit.
All right.
I answer the teacher's questions every day, and I'm also partnered up with Benny for our final presentation.
Well, it's no fucking wonder you did everything. I can't
do
anything without you
that's what I was going to say.
With me. Yeah.
But
Jesus.
I like to think I am the smartest person in the room.
Yeah.
And I kind of am.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
Benny, I'm Yucca. What do you say? Should we tell him a story, Michael?
I think we should. Tell me a story.
It's refreshing to hear that again. So starting off, we are in science class. We're in the most generic looking school laboratory. We have the black top counters. We have the wood with the two columns. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
With the waxy top, you drop a little water and it somehow beads up together. You know what I'm talking about. We're sitting in there and we're getting ready for our final presentation for science class. So we set the scene.
Yucca, how much left do we have on the project?
Yeah. Well, I'm really glad you asked because I really think this is gonna knock it out of the water a little bit. Okay.
Sure.
I have a couple really cool hot takes that I want to throw in there. Just
Sure.
Little things, but really to pique the interest of the teacher.
Sure.
Mr. Sam really likes the details, but
I'm really glad he partnered us together, man. Like, this has been really good.
Yeah. So your contribution, how did that go?
Great. I narrowed down the color schemes, like kind of the theme, the backdrops that we used for a lot of them. So that was good. And then,
I saw that. I saw that font you used for your name. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, like, I like space stuff, and so I was trying to I was going through old comics and space movies and things like that, and trying to find
space movies. Are you talking
some sci-fi stuff?
Star Trek? Are you talking Star Wars?
Yeah. Well, both.
Unpopular opinion, I really think that episode 1 has a lot to offer that people just kind of sleep on. Like the Jar Jar Binks arc really could have done a lot, just playing devil's advocate here. But
but
a lot
thing
of people,
is with Jar Jar,
they like to hate on. They like to hate on it.
No,
hate
but
on 1 through 3.
He gave the Supreme Chancellor he granted him the powers of
unpopular opinion, but I think
Padme,
Jar Jar Binks was a lot funnier than people give him credit for, just personally.
Yeah.
Remember that time he shit in the corner in episode 1 around when he met Anakin? That was pretty cool.
That never happened.
Well, theoretically, that could have happened. I guess we don't know for sure. We don't know for sure. You didn't see all the highlight reels.
Though.
Well, I saw an extended cut back when I was in Germany studying abroad for half a semester.
All right, man.
Yeah.
That's
anyway,
cool.
So director's cuts.
But anyways, I just
for
got
this
a lot of
presentation, I think we should be
inspiration
pretty
off
good.
of that.
What do you think?
That's cool.
Yeah.
So are you just gonna kind of do a lot of it and or say a lot of things there?
I certainly can do most of the talking if you'd like. Actually,
well, I just know
you're
good at elaborating in those ways, than me.
Absolutely. It might be better if I just do the talking on this one here.
Sure.
I know that. I don't know. I did a good chunk of this here. Not no offense or anything, but I really think that if I take the lead, we certainly can. Just.
But I think if you do because you're good at that stuff, and I think I'm really good at making it fun to see.
Well, great. Well, I hope to see you at science camp or a space camp this summer. That'll be pretty cool.
You're gonna be there.
Yeah. Oh, certainly. Well,
sure.
Hopefully this goes well. I'll be shining star up there. I heard you're pretty interested. Armstrong. Any relation to the actual Armstrong, or are you just a poser?
Only where it counts. I just kind of. I'm all about space.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
I probably know more about space than anyone.
Yeah,
at least,
I bet you can't even name all the planets in this.
No, I can for sure. I don't. It's like a part of me. Sometimes I forget, almost forget what planet I'm on because I'm so it's so instinctual to just know all the planets that they're almost just I'm almost planet blind. I just see all the planets as one now. Because you wouldn't understand probably because it's a lot.
That's a really profound thought. Actually, I really like that. That's a controversial opinion. I don't think a lot of people have the bravery to talk about that, but I'm really proud.
Thank you. Yeah,
that'd be a really interesting topic to actually bring up at the end of this here. I think Dr. Sam would Mr. Sam would really enjoy that.
You think so?
I think so. So we'll figure that out. And Mr. Sam knocks on the door and just goes, "Oh, hello, class. Y'all ready for the big presentation?"
Yep. We were born ready, Mr. Sam.
Mr. Sam.
Shoot for the stars, right?
Yeah. Mr. Sam, I do have something to talk about after this.
Oh, yeah, my partner and I would like to chat with you afterwards.
Okay, is this regarding space camp?
Yes, it is. I think that we're going to be qualifying candidates, don't you think?
Yeah. I think we're going to be the most qualified candidates that the space camp has ever let in, honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
And I think it'd be silly to say otherwise.
Mr.
Sam.
Yes, Benny.
I think it'd be silly to say otherwise, is what I was going to say.
Oh, well, fair enough, Benny.
Yeah.
All right, well, class, we're going to get things started here. Melissa, Jamie, you both agree to go last, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay, sounds good. Good to hear. Well, in that case, who's willing to go first?
What do you think, Yucca? I mean, you just want to, like, get it done and just kind of set the bar?
And exporting and...
Are we ready?
Yes, we are good to go.
Okay,
Mr. Sam, I think it's ready. It's time for us to go up. Don't you think, Benny?
Yeah, I think we're ready to go.
Good to hear.
We can take care of it.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Yucca,
Well,
you got it, buddy.
Sounds good. Let's get this presentation rolling a little bit.
All right. So, hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Benny, Yucca.
I'm Yucca. He's Benny.
We have a great presentation for you all. We got a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts, a lot of information to get into. Take a lot of notes because there's a lot of big ideas that are coming across your way and probably some things that maybe, by the end of this, our goal here is to kind of just expand the way you think about things, and kind of change your, perception of the universe. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm really hoping
so
that this presentation blows your minds and proves to Mr. Sam we are the most capable team to go to space camp. Don't you think, Benny?
I think so.
Absolutely.
Yucca and I are it'd be pretty astronomically foolish to think that we weren't.
Absolutely. So. Speaking of, what did you say?
Astronomical.
Speaking of astronomical, that leads perfectly into our first segment here. Space. The final frontier, some people
Star
say.
Trek. Yeah.
The final frontier.
Yeah.
Now, starting off, Benny had some very interesting things to talk about with the solar system. Isn't that right, Benny?
Yeah.
Benny.
Yeah.
Like how many planets are here, Benny?
So that's the thing, right? We always talk about, how many planets there are and how many things are in our solar system and moons, and like suns, but at the end of the day, we're all kind of just floating, right?
Mr. Sam is not looking satisfied at all.
Einstein had this theory, okay, that everything was flat, kind of.
Notepad,
and so but if you put the sun in the center, right, and then it makes everything. It changes a flat plane and kind of boat, in the middle, and that's why things, because it changes the plane it's on. And so to have that be we're all just spinning around kind of as we're going, right? Because we're spinning around the sun, right?
Yeah.
And so
Benny, that is a phenomenal explanation. Thank you very much, Benny.
Yes.
Benny, that was phenomenal. Thank you very much. As Benny was saying, yes, we revolve around the sun, and what's really exciting about that is some people think
really exciting
that there are these individual planets, but I like to think personally, and this is an unpopular opinion, but we're all just one big planet in a solar system. And that was my thought here.
So
it's pretty great.
That was what I thought, too.
Yeah. Benny and I both thought that. So it's pretty great.
You know how there's it's you get to know the planets. You're just so familiar with space. Because when you get to a point like Yucca and I feel, you don't really see planets. You're kind of planet blind. It's we're all one.
Yeah.
And so it's why...
Very interesting take.
Why look at Saturn and say that's Saturn? Why not just say, we are both
well,
planets?
Surely you must admit that we do have individual planets, yes?
I think that is a really
Are you thinking
naive way
socioculturally? We're all one big universe? That is fascinating stuff, Benny.
Yeah.
Very fascinating stuff.
For sure.
I could really get on board with that. That is
you.
space camp material.
Thanks. Yeah,
well,
I thought so.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sam.
We thought so. We thought so.
Yeah.
We thought so.
I really thought that you'd appreciate that here. So
Yeah.
Right before we jump into our big picture take here this evening, I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about what is Earth.
What is Earth?
Anybody know? Anybody know? Jamie?
Jamie?
Earth is where we're living, right? Why, certainly that is
sure.
correct.
Yeah. Yep.
That is. And that is a very good take for someone of your stature.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of you know.
I'm space camp material.
But
anyways, so
yeah.
What is Earth? People like to think Earth is just a floating rock in outer space.
Yeah.
But I like to think of it a little bit more intricately than that.
More intricate than that.
I like to think that the Earth is a flat disk. And this might just be the devil's advocate in me, but we don't know for sure if it's not.
Yeah.
Because my father said that Neil Armstrong faked the moon landing.
Sure.
And I believe that too. And so does Benny.
See, I think it's
Benny.
That's I think there in science.
Yes,
there
Benny
are
and I
theories and
both agree.
hypotheses that aren't proven. Are just ideas. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. I'm going to need you to speak up a little bit on that, Benny. A little louder and prouder for this.
So I'm
idea.
Sometimes like an idea. That. So like, because it's science, like anything is possible, and that's what makes science. So rad, so cool, and that's why Mr. S makes it so awesome. Because like, you don't know what could be and what couldn't be, and sometimes to challenge what we are so comfortable knowing is a way for us to further expand our knowledge of the universe.
And to piggyback on that idea as well, what is the knowledge of the universe? Because I want to go to space camp specifically so I can uproot this bureaucracy of convoluted ideas, thinking that the Earth is a sphere, or round as some people would say. And that just might be, just a controversial opinion, but Benny and I both did a lot of research, especially on OAN, and we both discovered that the government is trying to hide things from us so that they can implant probes in our rectums. Isn't that right, Mr. Sam?
Benny, what kind of presentation is this?
So,
Yucca, what kind of presentation do you think you're doing here?
Well, Benny's more than happy to explain.
Yes. So it's when starting this presentation, I had told you all we're going to change the way you think about things.
Right? And we certainly will.
We will. And we are, Mr. Sam. And the
unbelievable.
So one of the biggest things about science and that we're wanting to show is that with a dichotomy, that's a science word, dichotomy, there we go.
It's pronounced dichotomy.
Sorry. Dichotomy. That is with
dichotomy. Didn't mean it to go out like that. Yes, Benny, that's a simple scientific term.
Yeah.
Dichotomy.
between those things. So as but with that present, you like the two conflicting ideas can still coexist. So, we're presenting about the world being flat, which is an idea being brought to a table where it's understood that the world is round. And so, but the thing is, but we're both existing in this space. So we have opposing ideas that can't be at the same time, but they are. And we're breaching.
Unacceptable.
We're bridging. We're building a walkway over the walls of what limitations are set on what can and can't be by allowing opposing things to exist. Simultaneously.
I think what Benny's trying to say is, if you look at our calculations here, Benny, do you remember how we talked about teriology?
Yeah. Teriology.
If it weren't for the mathematics from teriology, we wouldn't know the true value of 2. And 0 does not exist. So if 0 cannot exist, that means that the Earth must be flat, because you cannot have 360 degrees without a 0, and 0 does not physically exist, because 1 times 1 isn't 1, it's actually 2. And when you break it down like that, just like Terrence Howard did, the great philosopher, great physicist, you would know that the Earth is flat because of our perception of mathematical terms due to the Terrence Howard theory. Isn't that right, Benny?
It's right in the way that...
Terrence Howard, isn't that the guy from Iron Man?
It's... right in the sense of that in science, anything can be right from the certain perspective.
Why, certainly not. There are right answers and there are wrong answers. And there's no in between with this. This is sensitive stuff, young man. Both of you. Both of you.
So,
gentlemen, I don't even know if I can call you gentlemen, because this is just a load of buffoonery. I better see some good results here. Stat.
Why, certainly, Mr. Sam. Well, I'm very happy to say that you're going to be very impressed with this latter half here, okay?
Yes. This is where it all comes together.
Yes.
Yes.
So, as we mentioned, the Earth is a disk. It's 2-dimensional. It might be 3-dimensional just slightly because of the ice craters around keeping the water together.
Right, in theory.
In theory, yes. We don't know for sure. We haven't really been up there yet. We'll probably get there with Elon Musk, unpopular opinions, Occupy Mars campaign, in which case, then we'll really know for sure where we go. Anyways, for this final little bit, I'd like to go back to our previous slide here and just mention the fact on this map, we can clearly see in this very detailed chart that the Earth is a circle. Circle. Coincidence? I think not. Unpopular opinion. Isn't that right, Benny?
Yeah, that is an unpopular opinion.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is an unpopular opinion, but it's a right opinion.
Well, that's what we're getting at, is that there's theories that can be widely accepted, but still not objectively true.
What was that?
In a way that we know.
That's right.
So...
Benny, what the fuck are you doing, man?
I'm trying to dig us out of this fucking hole.
Benny,
what are you talking about?
What do you mean a hole? I am putting us on top of the world right now.
You're not, dude.
We are on top of this flat world.
Oh my fucking God. I didn't know that this was a flat earth thing, man. I didn't know you were a flat earth. But that makes sense.
What do you mean?
No, but that makes sense.
I am a realist. I am
You're not a realist.
truther.
You're fucking nuts, dude. But like, whatever.
Boys.
Yes.
I would like to finish this.
Yes. In
immediately.
In closing.
Yes.
The idea of the state of the planet we are currently on can be viewed at from different angles and still coexist to create something.
Benny, how about I take care of this final part?
No, I don't think you should.
In conclusion, due to the teleology theory and the fact that we've never seen the Earth from more than a mile above ground level, Benny and I both conclude that the Earth must be flat and stacked upon turtles in space. Thank you very much.
Send us to space camp to prove us wrong if you don't agree.
That's a really good point. Thank you very much, Benny. And nobody else is clapping. We're just applauding ourselves.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks.
class, may I have the room, please? Everyone gets up and walks out of the room. Boys. Yeah. I think you know what I'm going to say.
Like I said, space camp would solve all the issues brought up, if any were.
I think you brought up some convoluted points. I thought that you were bringing up just a load of horse malarkey. But I saw the math in teleology, and I thought of your whole universe as one big world. I honestly think that you boys would make an incredible team at space camp.
Really?
Fuck no. Gives you an F. Here's your report card. See you in summer. And see.
God damn it! We tried so hard to rein that in.
You were so hard at it.
I was trying to fucking save face so hard without just discrediting you.
Dicking me.
That completely fucking derailed.
So yeah,
Sorry,
a quick
dicking me.
and fun little episode.
It's a good warm-up back
That
into the
was
scene.
so fucking good to like. They're just like, and so the Earth must be flat, and I was like, oh fuck.
Your face was priceless. I knew as soon as I threw that in there, you were gonna be all like, "Oh fuck."
I don't know.
Yeah. But like, you ever been in a presentation and you didn't really know what was going on?
Probably.
I've had that experience once. And it was last semester, and everybody kind of rushed it last minute, but none of us really put anything together because all of us just assumed someone else would do the rest of it.
Shit.
And we got an A specifically because we know how all of us knew how to talk.
Sure.
And so the whole presentation, we were supposed to keep it 20 minutes, and we went to 45 minutes.
Damn.
Because we had charts and graphs that we were explaining, and my professor loved it. I think we knew kind of what we were talking about. But it was one of those things, it was so convoluted, the points we were making, that she was like, I really don't know if that really makes sense, but I can see what you're getting at with this here. And I was
you're
like,
yeah.
I was like, I'm so glad you can appreciate this. Not many people do. We got an A on it. But I honestly think we got an A because everyone fell asleep, including the professor, and she just woke up midway through and was like, oh, fuck, okay, A.
Really?
I have no clue. That's gotta be what happened.
That's
She
so
fucking
funny.
She must have fallen asleep. We rambled forever.
That's so great.
So,
that makes
yeah.
me really happy that you got an A.
Yeah, no, nobody's perfect. That was definitely my the closest I've gotten to half-assing a
I would be
school thing.
proud of that. That you got to half-ass and pull out an A. That's like a superpower.
That is a superpower.
That
right
is
there.
a
That is
skill.
true.
I've
Unfortunately,
used that skill
Yucca and
many
Benny could not.
No, I was trying so hard
You
to like.
looked so
get it.
You were just like,
in.
oh, holy shit! Did we do something here? And I was like, fuck no.
Fuck no. And I was like, really? I was trying to like come at it as just like, oh, and like change. I tried to change the course of the presentation.
It was
so many
great.
times.
You were like, maybe it could be from different angles. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm like, trying to get us out of the shit that you put us in. You fucking did that shit.
So
man.
good.
I didn't know this. Oh, but it all leading up, the whole devil's advocate shit, all of it just made sense. I'm like, I think at a point I was just like, no, but it fucking makes sense that you would think this.
He's playing devil's advocate. And he thinks he is the smartest person in the room.
And you're like, well, the moon landing was fake. And I was like, how do I?
Your ancestors, Mr. Armstrong, are toxic people.
I wanted to like, my strategy was like, I was trying to steer it away without just fucking shitting all over you.
Exactly.
I was like trying to steer both of us.
I was really,
in a
really
different
leaning
direction.
into the hopes that you wouldn't just be like, no, you're an idiot. Because I was like, that would ruin the whole thing.
Yeah,
So
I was
I'm really glad you
trying
went.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. So what our presentation about is like two people with opposing ideas can come together to create something. And I was like, that's not anything. But like, how do I make that sound like
That would have been a
something?
great deal.
I was trying so hard to put something together that made sense.
I was debating on putting an A report card or an F report card and swap it based on what I think we got, but I thought it'd be better if I just failed this no matter what. And
well, that's so sad too.
you're
so
doomed for
bummed
failure.
out. I'm like,
doomed for failure.
damn.
There's no free will here.
So the moral of the story is that sometimes, no matter how hard you work, you're gonna get fucked over.
Yep.
That's the lesson to take away.
The other lesson is playing devil's advocate is no good in any
It
situation.
makes you suck to
worst.
everyone. No one wants anything to do
Nobody
with you.
wants a devil's advocate.
Just
oh my
be
gosh.
fine with that.
I have a devil's advocate in one of my classes. We were talking about indigenous boarding schools.
Yeah.
And you know how they fucking like murdered kids in those?
Yep.
You know, like it's just eugenics basically. Kid was like, yeah, but I mean, just to play devil's advocate a little bit here, wasn't that kind of the norm in society back then? And I was just like, that doesn't make it normal.
That doesn't make it
okay.
fine. That doesn't make it good.
Yeah, but just to play devil's advocate, wasn't slavery common back in the 1800s?
Yeah, and that doesn't. That's a very bad thing. Like, yeah. I mean, yeah.
The devil's advocates are the fucking worst.
I had a buddy in high school. He was part of our little clique, and he, I loved him
told
to
me
death.
about the
Yeah,
devil's
but
advocate
every
kid.
fucking time he would go, well, technically speaking, and then he would counter your fucking argument, and all the time we'd just throw it back.
Yeah.
Anytime. It got to the point where we would say something, and then we'd be like, but I fucking guess technically speaking, that's not the case, is it? I almost choked.
That's really funny. But I guess we're wrong no matter
But I guess
what.
it doesn't matter, does it?
None of
Beat you
this
to it. You
matters.
can't hurt me if I hurt myself first.
That's great. I
Well,
love
let's
it.
talk about it.
Oh, I love that so much. Well, what a good time. Anything
That was a
else
good time.
that you want to chat about?
I don't thunk so.
You don't thunk
We're gonna get back into some regularity here. We're gonna
Yeah.
get back into
Weekly.
some motions.
again.
Weekly.
Back from
weekly.
vacay / recruit.
By vacay, we mean
Work
work grind in
yeah.
other areas. So
We're going to be doing a show soon, aren't we? Not a show.
soon-ish.
Yeah. Well, next month. Aren't we doing a convention?
Next year.
Next year?
Yeah. It's,
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing next year,
next May.
bro. Next May?
Yeah. Not next month.
Well, that's fine by me. I don't have time next month.
I was like, the only time there's one in November we could have done, but
That's
I
what it
have
was.
a wedding
That's what it
on
was.
that. It's the only November wedding I have on that.
Yeah, it would have
And I
been
was
like
just
I
wouldn't
would have
work.
been busy one day, you would have been busy the next day.
Yeah.
So it would have just been one of us, and then we both could convene on the last day, which
Yeah.
is like the day everybody leaves the convention.
Right.
It's like the population of a convention, unless it's really good content on the Sunday, everybody leaves like the morning of Sunday, doesn't stick around. Because usually conventions go till
sure.
like like 4 p.m. sometimes, 5 p.m. You know, they have like a final event. It's like, all right, goodbye, everybody.
See you.
But yeah, most people, if there's nothing good going on Sunday, they'll just
take off.
Oh yeah, because it's Sunday. You know, you gotta get back home and stuff.
Fair.
Yeah, super weird, but yeah. Well, I guess. That's about it.
That's about it.
Anything else going on?
Not for me, man.
Not for me either. So I think that's about it. So thank you very much, everybody, for listening. We love you. I especially love you. And let us know what you want to see, you know, at michaelandanthonyadventures@gmail.com or in the comment section below on YouTube, because nothing tells us what you want to listen to more than you yourself.
Tube.
Yeah. So thank you very much, everybody, for listening. And bye-bye.
Kisses.